After the Pope, he's arguably the most recognizable face of the Catholic Church. Now, Cardinal Timothy Dolan is accused of trying to pay off pedophiles to leave the priesthood. As part of a deal reached with sex abuse victims in its bankruptcy case, the Catholic Diocese of Milwaukee released more than 6,000 documents detailing sex acts with children, at least one of which involved an animal, as well as accounts of priests soliciting victims in the confessional. Some allege these documents offer proof Dolan, when at the time was leading the Milwaukee Archdiocese, moved church funds to protect them from going to child abuse victims. Per the New York Times, in 2007, Dolan planned to move $57 million from a cemetery trust to a newly created fund. Critics allege that was done to keep those assets from going to sex abuse victims. In a letter to the Vatican, Dolan wrote, "By transferring these assets to the trust, I foresee an improved protection of these funds from any legal claim and liability." A transcript was also released from a videotaped deposition in the lawsuit in which he said stipends given to priests who left the ministry was not a practice but done on occasion. Critics say these bonuses awarded to priests were nothing more than an attempt to conceal evidence of abuse. The attorney representing the nearly 600 men and women who claim they were sexually abused by Milwaukee priests called the revelations shameful and shocking. But Dolan contends the church requires all priests be paid with stipends when they leave. In a statement, Dolan dismissed the criticism as old and discredited attacks. The Milwaukee Archdiocese is the 8th in the church to file for bankruptcy as a way of minimizing its liability in sex abuse lawsuits. Since last June, the church has spent more than $30 million in litigation and assistance for victims of sex abuse. For Newsy, I'm Elizabeth Hagedorn.